Eggs, they're a staple in every kitchen, aren't they? From breakfast to dessert, they're incredibly versatile. But are you making the most of them? There's more to eggs than meets the eye. Discover tips and tricks to transform your cooking. Stick around for 12 incredible egg hacks. From testing freshness to mastering the perfect over-easy egg. Let's get cracking and become egg experts. Let's start with the basics. How can you tell if your eggs are fresh? Just use a bowl of cold water. If it sinks and lies flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, it's older but usable. If it floats, bin it. This float test is a game changer.
First of all, what went through my mind is how stupid am I to actually...
Let's address the chicken in the coop. Is there really a difference between white and brown eggs? Honestly, it's all a load of bollocks. The color depends on the breed. Nutritionally, they're identical. Focus on what the chicken is fed. That affects the quality and flavor, so pick based on diet, not shell color. I've heard it all in my kitchen, but this one really gets my goat. Some say pricking the fat end of an egg prevents it from cracking. That's a load of rubbish. Pricking the shell doesn't stop cracks from forming. If your egg is crack-free, it should stay intact. Gently lower your eggs into the water. No more explosions, just perfectly boiled eggs. Now, let's talk about everyone's favorite breakfast, treat over easy eggs. The key to achieving that perfect runny yolk and neat white lies in using fresh eggs. Fresh eggs have a stronger yolk membrane, making them much easier to flip without breaking. Trust me, using older eggs for over easy is a recipe for disaster. You'll end up with broken yolks and a messy pan. Stick to fresh eggs and you'll be flipping like a pro in no time. Ever wondered why some baking recipes specifically call for room temperature eggs? It's not just some culinary myth, there's a bloody good reason. Room temperature eggs blend better into batters and whip up to a larger volume, giving you lighter, airier cakes and meringues. So, do yourself a favor and take those eggs out of the fridge about 20 to 30 minutes before you start baking. Listen up, you yolk avoiders. While egg whites are packed with protein, don't underestimate the power of the yolk. It's a nutritional powerhouse, loaded with vitamins A, D, E, iron and calcium. So next time, don't be afraid to embrace the whole egg yolk and all. Don't be fooled by those best before dates on egg cartons. They're not always accurate. In the US, there's a secret code that tells you exactly how fresh your eggs are. Look for the number printed near the sell-by date. That number indicates the day of the year the eggs were packed. Armed with this knowledge, you'll never buy an old egg again. Ever noticed how some eggs have thinner, more fragile shells? It's not just random, it all comes down to the hen's age and diet. Older hens tend to lay larger eggs with thinner shells, and a diet lacking in calcium can also lead to weaker shells. When you're shopping for eggs, always inspect the shells and choose those that are strong and free from cracks. Let's talk about food waste, shall we? It's a bloody disgrace. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need to chuck out those eggs the moment they hit their sell-by date. According to the American Egg Board, eggs are safe to eat for 2 to 3 weeks beyond the date on the carton. We've all been there. You cut into your perfectly boiled egg, only to be greeted by an unappetizing green ring around the yolk. That, my friend, is a sign of overcooking. To prevent this culinary disaster, make sure you're boiling your eggs for the right amount of time and immediately cooling them down in ice water after cooking. Remember, a perfect boiled egg is all about timing. You'd think fresh eggs would be easier to peel, wouldn't you? Well, think again. Fresh eggs are actually more difficult to peel because of their higher acidity. For easier peeling, use slightly older eggs or add a teaspoon of baking soda to the boiling water. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. Let's face it, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and eggs are the undisputed king of breakfast. For perfect sunny-side-up eggs, always use fresh eggs. They hold their shape beautifully. If you're craving a fluffy omelet, let your eggs come to room temperature before cooking. And never, I repeat, never skip the yolk. It's packed with nutrients that will set you up for the day. That's all yolks, folks. 12 egg hacks to transform your cooking. From testing freshness to perfect boils, conquer any egg challenge. Like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe for more tips. Turn on notifications. Got your own egg hacks? Drop them in the comments. Check out our next video for more tips. Cook with confidence, and remember, it's never just an egg, it's a culinary masterpiece.